Hello Eurovision friends, thank you so much for coming to my channel Eurovision Histories. If you know these videos already, you know the drill by now. It's 22 weeks until the grand final of Eurovision 2024 and I have all the news, the important news from the world of Eurovision of the past week. If you don't know these videos, I do them every Saturday and kind of summarize everything that has happened in the world of Eurovision. This week we're going to talk about all the exciting artists that will participate in San Remo 2024. We're going to look at the odds as well. We have the song list, the titles of the Benidorm entries. We have the German selection method that has changed a little bit, and I'm going to tell you what I think of that. We have the Netherlands and Slovenia revealing their artists very soon, and there are already some rumors who that might be. And we have more news on the participant list, which was revealed this week, and of course also news from all kinds of other countries and national final updates. But first I want to talk about the participant list. I did a video earlier in the week when the list was revealed. As you can see, we have 37 countries participating. It's basically the same list as last year with two exceptions. Luxembourg, dear Luxembourg, is returning after 30 years, very exciting. And then we don't know yet whether Romania will actually be back. A lot of regions in Europe are quite well represented in this participant list, and Australia is also back. However, the Balkans, this region, Southeast Europe, is kind of a gaping hole now, and that is very unfortunate because North Macedonia has confirmed that they're not returning. Bulgaria and Montenegro were not on the participant list, and Romania, as I said, is still up in the air. But we have some news from North Macedonia. They have issued a statement saying why they are not returning, and they said that it is in the best interest of citizens because North Macedonia and the national broadcaster will be celebrating 80 years of Macedonian radio and 60 years of Macedonian television, and they want to spend the money on these anniversary celebrations. I do understand that they have a very limited budget and that they have to kind of find the way to distribute the money that they have. So I kind of understand why they chose not to participate in Eurovision. It's only one night if you don't qualify to the final, and locals might be more interested to see the history of their national broadcaster. However, it would also have been nice to celebrate 60 years with a Eurovision win or a very good result at Eurovision. But as I said, I kind of understand where they're coming from, but they left the door open to be returning in 2025 when they don't have these big celebrations. And then Romania has also issued a statement saying that they indeed got a longer time period to pay the participation fee granted by the EBU, which has also confirmed this, of course, in their own post. And they said that the state budget will be decided at the end of the year, and only by then the national broadcaster will know how much money they have to spend in 2024, and only by then they can decide whether they will go to Eurovision or not. And rumor has it that the national selection will probably not happen this year and that it might be an internal selection because obviously they have to kind of find the money for the participation fee, because of course that saves a bit of money as well. And I also saw that Mihai Traistariu, who represented Romania with Tornero and was quite successful, has said that he found the greatest song and that he would love to participate, and he's very angry that Romania might not be part of it, and now he's looking at other countries. But remembering some of his statements in the past, that's kind of in character for him. Australia, there's also a rumor that Dami Im might be returning, but that's only based on the fact that in an interview she said that she would say yes if she were asked, but we don't know whether SBS has actually asked her. By the way, Australia came out a day after the participant list was revealed and confirmed their participation. Gee, thanks a bunch. You could have done that like 2 weeks earlier, so that would have been more exciting. Anyway. Then we have some news from Slovenia. I talked about the fact that the national broadcaster there is also in a bit of financial trouble 2 weeks ago, and now that has had an effect apparently on the selection process this year. They were supposed to have a national final called Missia Malmö, but they canceled this and have decided to internally select the artist, which will be revealed on the 12th of December, and it will be a song in Slovenian. That is all we know for the moment. However, there are also rumors going around that Raiven might have been internally selected. She came second twice in the national final in Slovenia and third once, and she's a big fan favorite. So we shall see, but this is kind of a possibility. And I really, really hope that they do participate in 2025 as well, despite the financial trouble. And this kind of made me think that the EBU really has to address this issue, because otherwise we will have less and less participants over the years. And with less participants, the participation fee for everyone else increases. And that is a problem for more and more countries, like Slovenia maybe. So they really have to think about lowering the cost of participation. How they can do that, maybe a smaller stage, not as big of an event, just to save Eurovision as it is and to let as many countries as possible participate. I thought about doing a video. If you're interested in that, let me know, and I might research a bit more what this money is actually spent on and whether they can also generate more income through other means. Yeah, but I do think that something has to change, because otherwise we're going to lose more and more countries. We're probably not going to lose the Netherlands. The Dutch artist will be revealed on December the 11th. It's a very exciting week coming up with the Slovenian artist, the Dutch artist, the Benidorm songs, lots of interesting stuff. And there are also rumors in the Netherlands that it might be 3 female singers: Ilse de Lange, which you know as part of the Common Linnets and also Duncan Lawrence's mentor for the win with Arcade. Then we have Karsu, who is singing in Turkish and English and is quite famous in the Netherlands. And then you have Numidia, who is a soul singer, I would describe her, and she kind of became famous, I think, through the Beste Zangers, where she sang a Dutch version of Arcade, and it's really, really beautiful. I think she would be a great choice, but all 3 of them would be great choices. This was a rumor that was started on the radio 538. However, Ilse de Lange's manager has already said that she is definitely not going to Eurovision. So take this with a pinch of salt. These are only rumors, but I have a feeling that it might be Karsu or Numidia, because they were rumored much earlier as well, when the participant list was still much longer. The song will not be revealed on the 11th, only the artist. That will happen in the new year. Quite exciting. Then Germany has kind of surprised everyone, coming up with a whole new concept to choose just one of the entries of the national final. Which is this casting show Ich will zum ESC, I want to go to Eurovision, hosted by, as you can see, Conchita Wurst and also Ray Garvey, who's kind of known in Germany for doing casting shows like this. He's from Ireland originally. I'm a bit surprised by this, especially because it was announced so late. The submission period for songs for the national final passed a few weeks ago, so there's already artists that's applied through this means and through this way, and they thought that this is the way to join the German national final. And the organizers supposedly have heard the songs already, and now this seems a bit like they heard the songs and thought it wasn't good enough, and now they came up with this new selection method. Maybe that's not the case, maybe they planned this for a long time, but they should have announced it together with the other aspects of the national final. Now it just seems a bit like, yeah, they were trying to find something better than they already have. And if you're an established artist who applied for the national final, how does this make you feel that now there's this wildcard option and someone else will join the whole thing? I'm keeping an open mind. Maybe the songs will be great, maybe the artists will be great, but it's also a bit unfair because the wildcard people are being publicized on social media. You can see their images, there are interviews with them, and the other artists in the national final we don't know anything about yet. So that's a bit weird. And also, if we look at the history of German national finals, there was always some kind of weird wildcard option through TikTok, through other means, and a lot of the time the wildcard option, which is usually a very unknown singer, does really well and sometimes wins the national final. Elaisa, Anne-Sophie, even though she didn't technically win, Levina as well. And so this makes me think that established artists are even less likely to apply to the national final, because if then there's a wildcard option and some unknown singer, because I think Germans like to support the underdog in a way, and then the unknown singer wins, why did I even put myself out there and join the national final? As I said, I'm going to try to keep an open mind, but I just think this is a bit of a weird choice especially to announce it this late in the season. But we shall see, and more content to watch, so that's a good thing. Then I wanted to let you know some of the videos I published this week. One is, of course, the one about the participant list, where I talk about which song and genre each country should send. Then my top 7 of the Czech national final. Voting is still ongoing. You can still do that in the official Eurovision app, so do it if you haven't yet. The more I think about it, the more I think that MYDY would be the best choice probably for the Czech Republic, even though I voted for someone else. But yeah, we will have to reveal very soon, also this week. And I'm quite excited to know who Czechia will send. And then I also did a ranking of all the Eesti Laul songs that we can now listen to. And now we also have videos. So check that out if you're interested. And then some news about the channel. We have reached 5,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. I'm so happy about that in under a year, actually. And the number has already grown more than it shows here on the image. Thank you so much, and please subscribe if you haven't yet, because the season is going to be amazing and I can't wait to spend it with you and to talk to you about everything that is going to happen in the world of Eurovision. And then one short reminder, Eurovision Histories is now also on WhatsApp. The link is in the description if you want to join the WhatsApp channel as well. Then we have the list of artists and odds already for San Remo 2024. What an amazing list of artists Amadeus has come up with. I think because it's his last year, probably it was easier to convince people to participate again. But we heard all of these rumors, Mahmoud coming back, Il Volo coming back, Diodato coming back, and I thought, well, they can't all come back, but indeed, they did. And let's look at the current odds. And that also gives me the chance to remember all the names, because I couldn't remember 27 names, and talk about some of them in more detail, the ones that make me really, really excited. In 27th position, last place, we have Ricchi e Poveri. If you're not a big Eurovision fan, you might not know this, but they went to Eurovision for Italy in the 70s. So they participated in San Remo also in the 70s and 80s a few times. So them coming back is kind of a cool nostalgia moment, I think. Then who else do we have? La Sad, I listened to a few songs and they kind of have the Måneskin sound. It's rock and Italian. Really excited about them. Big Mama, I think, is to draw in the younger crowd. She's a big star on TikTok. Body positivity, LGBT supporter. The music is not really my kind of thing, but I think it's great that San Remo really manages to bring together Ricchi e Poveri and Big Mama on the same stage. Really, really cool. Then we have Darken D'Amico, which I also liked last time he participated in San Remo. Loredana Bertè. I kind of love her because she's a diva and she just does her thing and doesn't really care whether she comes first or 27th. And I'm really excited to hear her song as well. Regna and Neck, also big, big stars in Italy. I'm a bit surprised that they're only 17th in the odds, but really, really excited about them as well. San Giovanni has a few great songs. Gazelle. Mr. Rain is coming back. I loved his song last year. Irama. I'm really, really excited about Irama, actually. I feel like he should have his moment sometime, I hope this year, even though there are some that I would also like to win. But he always brings songs that are different. He has so many different genres and he's kind of good in all of them. He has songs that are a bit of reggaeton, then he has rockier songs and poppier songs and ballads. So I'm really, really excited what kind of genre he brings this year. Then we have former Eurovision participants, Emma, which is quite exciting to me. I love the song that she won San Remo with, Non è l'inferno. I didn't really like her Eurovision song when she went a few years later, so I kind of hope that this is the moment where these two things come together and she has a great song, wins San Remo and goes to Eurovision, because I also think, I said that in my participants video, that it's time for a woman to win San Remo maybe. Then we have Diodato, who of course didn't get his chance in 2020. That might also be a cool story if he does win now and goes to Eurovision. Il Volo are back, 3rd place in Eurovision 2015. Really excited, and I kind of love their personality as well. Mahmoud is in 5th place in the odds, 7% winning chance. It would be kind of interesting. He won 2019, he won 2022, and then to win in 2024 seems a bit much to me. I love him. I love him. He's one of my favorite Italian artists, but him winning again kind of feels too soon. I think he should give a chance to others. But if he has the best song, he should obviously win. Then we have Annalisa, big star in Italy, and that's why she is at 8% winning chance, I'm guessing. Negramaro are a rock pop band. They have been performing since 2001, so they're quite famous as well. Then Geolier is a rapper. I listened to a few songs. It's not really my type of music, but maybe he tones it down a bit for San Remo, and then it might be a cool moment. This is also drawing in the younger crowd, I think. And again, I think that's a great thing. And then I'm really excited that Alessandra Amoroso, a singer that I really like, there are lots of songs of hers that I listen to that are on my playlist. It's kind of pop, Italian pop, quite standard, but she's a very great artist. And Tiziano Ferro has already written to her on Instagram and said that he supports her and that he wants her to win San Remo. And of course, she would also be the first woman in a long time to win San Remo. So to summarize, I'm extremely excited about this year. I'm gonna watch San Remo, and I'm sure I can find a lot of new songs in Italian that I can add to my playlist, and it's just amazing. By the way, the website I'm using is Eurovision World, so check them out if you want to see more odds. Also on Melodifestivalen, we're gonna do that in a minute as well. Let me know in the comments which artists you are most excited about and who you think will win San Remo. Then we have seen the Benidorm Song Titles already, and we have one song that has already been published, and that's Maria Pelay with Remitente. You can listen to it on Spotify, so do if you haven't yet. It's kind of flamenco pop. It's very her. It's a bit Blanca Paloma, but more accessible to a general audience. And these are the other song titles. The ones I find most interesting are Jorge González Caliente, so hot. Lérica with Astronauta, they're the big favorites to win, and Astronauta seems like a really interesting title to me. Marlena, Summer Love, Amor de Verano, and then Nebulosa has the song name Zora, which is either the animal, a fox, a female fox, or it is a female prostitute. So there might be a bit of wordplay, I think, in the song. And then Here to Stay is the only song title in English, Sofia Koll. Not sure whether it is in English in the end. Kikenitsa, one artist that I'm quite excited about, Prisionero, so prisoner, and the other ones, Blah Blah Blah, I also find quite interesting and intriguing, and I'm quite interested to hear the songs, which will be revealed on the 14th of December, so also next week. And I will most certainly do a ranking video of these songs, maybe in Spanish, maybe in English, I haven't decided yet. Then great news also from Serbia. They have received 235 songs for Pesma za Euroviziju, the Serbian national final, and this is a record. And there are already rumors that Teja Dora, who's a big star in Serbia, has also submitted a song, and the national final will happen on the 2nd of March. Had to look there for a minute, sorry. Then Denmark has also announced that 8 artists, the 8 acts that will participate in the Danish national final Melodi Grand Prix, have already been chosen. And one of these 8 artists is a former Eurovision participant. Quite interested to see who that is. I'm kind of thinking someone from way back, maybe one of the Olsen brothers. He was rumored to participate in the German national final, but yeah, we shall see. The national final actually happens on the 17th of February, by the way. Then I also wanted to give you an update on the Melodifestivalen odds because something has changed. So let's switch the screen. So as you can see, Medina in 12th place, the ones that I think could deliver a song in Swedish to represent Sweden finally. Clara Klingenström, another candidate for that, in 11th place. But let's go up, and that is the big change. Denny Saucedo was still leading in my last video, and now it's Marcus and Martinez. I think Danny really doesn't want to come second again at Melodifestivalen, so this would be quite an interesting outcome if he comes second again to Marcus and Martinez with Unforgettable. I forgot to say in my last video that I think it's not easy to write a love song. The song title of Daughter's Song is also quite intriguing to me, and I'm quite excited to hear what this is all about. It could go either way. It could be a bit of a disaster or kind of genius. So we shall see. Then we have some very exciting news also from Sweden. Edvard Af Sillén, who wrote the script for Eurovision 2016 and gave us things like love, peace, peace, love, 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 peace, peace. By Måns Zelmerlöw and Petra Mede, is back again this year writing the script. Of course, they want to cut down the time of the final, so he might have less time to shine. But I am very excited because 2016 to me is still the best script we have ever had at a Eurovision. And he's obviously a big fan, so I'm quite excited to see what they come up with. Then let's go to Finland. There has been a teaser about the hosts of UMK. They are really PR experts at UMK because they posted an image of the hosts, but they distorted the faces with AI, so you have no idea who they actually are. There are rumors that it might be Kerje. One of them might be Kerje. I think that would be incredibly funny, even though we won't understand anything because it will be in Finnish. But I think him hosting would be amazing. But it also kind of shows you what you had before and puts a lot of pressure on the new artists. So I don't know. And in the image that I saw on Instagram, I couldn't kind of see, even undistorted, that one of them would be Kerje because I didn't see any green bolero thingy. And then my song tip is Konstrakta and Semlja Kruva with the song O klasje, moje, which is an old poem that they made into a song for a TV show. It's really very Konstrakta, and I really, really like it, so check it out if you haven't heard it yet. These are all the news I have for you today. I hope you liked it. If you did, please subscribe. Come back next Saturday for the next news video. And next week, I'm at least going to do the ranking of the Benidorm songs, but there's probably also going to be other things that I can do videos on. So check the channel from time to time. Thank you so much again for subscribing and for having this channel reach 5,000 subscribers. And I'll see you for my next video if you want to. Bye-bye.